You see them across the room. Your heart races. Your palms sweat. You want to say something, anything, but your lips refuse to move. It's as if the words are trapped, stuck behind the fear of saying the wrong thing. And yet, deep inside, you hope that somehow, some way they'll notice you, that you won't just be another face in the crowd, another stranger passing by. What if I told you that you don't need words to make an impact? That the strongest connections are sometimes built in silence? Attraction isn't always about the perfect pickup line or the smoothest conversation. Sometimes it's about energy, presence, and the way you carry yourself, the way your eyes meet, the way your confidence speaks louder than words ever could. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to impress your crush without saying a single word. No forced conversations, no awkward small talk, just pure silent magnetism. Get ready to unlock the secret to making them notice you, feel drawn to you, and maybe, just maybe, fall for you without ever hearing your voice. Number 1. The silent power of attraction. There's an invisible, almost magical force that can draw someone to you without a single word being spoken. It's something deeper than mere charm or looks. It's the silent power of attraction that speaks volumes without ever opening your mouth. You see, attraction isn't just about physical presence, though that matters. It's about how you carry yourself, the energy you exude, and the way your spirit aligns with the world around you. It's the subtle confidence that radiates from someone who's comfortable in their own skin, who doesn't need validation from others, because they are already whole. When you're with someone you admire, it's easy to feel nervous, unsure, or even desperate to impress them. But here's the truth. The moment you stop trying to impress them is the moment you become most magnetic. It's when you embrace stillness in your presence, not forcing anything, but simply being. You let the quiet strength of who you are take center stage. And that's where the real magic happens. This silent attraction doesn't rely on flashy gestures or elaborate speeches. It's in the small things. The way you smile when you walk into a room, the calm energy you carry, and the confidence that doesn't need to shout. Your body language speaks before you even say a word. It's the way your posture is open, how your eyes are not filled with desperation, but with a quiet curiosity. The way you hold space in a room, not demanding attention, but naturally drawing it in, because people can sense that there is something different about you. It's about your emotional intelligence too. You don't need to talk a lot to connect with someone on a deep level. Sometimes just a glance is enough. When you truly listen, when your presence makes someone feel seen and valued, it builds a connection that words never could. The power is in how comfortable you are in silence, the way you make them feel understood without uttering a single sentence. What's powerful about this silent attraction is that it doesn't fade. It doesn't need to be recharged or nurtured constantly. It's the kind of energy that stays with you and reflects in everything you do. When you walk with purpose, when you're aligned with your own inner strength, that quiet power speaks volumes. And it's in this space, where you don't have to impress anyone or chase validation, that the person you desire starts to notice you, because they feel something different in you that draws them closer. It's the unspoken invitation to connect, to see you for who you truly are, without any pretense. And let me tell you, that kind of attraction is the most magnetic, the most genuine, and the most lasting. When you embrace the silent power within you, you don't need to talk to impress your crush. You simply need to be the kind of person that makes them feel something deep in their soul. When you do this, you'll realize that sometimes the most powerful way to get someone's attention is to just quietly be yourself, fully present and authentically you. Because in the stillness of who you are, your soul speaks louder than any words ever could. Number 2. The art of magnetic presence. Magnetic presence is not something that can be faked or built overnight. It's the subtle power that comes from being deeply comfortable in your own skin, exuding a sense of confidence that draws others in without you having to say a word. It's that quiet energy that others can feel from across the room, even when you're not speaking. To truly understand and master this art is to step into a realm where your energy becomes the most captivating part of who you are. When you walk into a room, people notice, not because you demand attention, but because your presence radiates a kind of peace and confidence that others are drawn to. They want to be in your space, feel your energy, and learn from your example. It's the art of not needing to speak to be heard, not needing to act to be noticed, but simply being so at peace with who you are that your very essence holds the power of attraction. This power doesn't come from loud gestures, extravagant outfits, or exaggerated behaviors. It's rooted in authenticity. When you're authentic, there's no need to put on a facade, no need to prove anything to anyone. You simply are. This kind of magnetic presence stems from your inner confidence. Confidence isn't arrogance or brashness, it's the deep belief that you are enough, just as you are. When you carry that kind of certainty with you, people are naturally drawn to it. They want to know how you got that way. They want to know what makes you so sure of yourself. But the truth is, the more you focus on being your true self, embracing your flaws, your uniqueness, your own journey, the more your presence grows magnetic. Think about the people in your life who have this type of presence. They don't need to be the loudest person in the room or the most attention-grabbing. Instead, they create a subtle but powerful energy that fills the space. Maybe they aren't even aware of the effect they have on others, and that's the beauty of it. Their authenticity speaks for itself. When you're in their presence, you feel seen, heard, and understood without them even trying. The art of magnetic presence is the art of being so in tune with who you are, so in love with your own existence, that others can't help but be drawn to it. It's also about the way you carry yourself, the way you move, the way you stand. There's a stillness and grace to it that radiates from within. Your posture is open, not closed off. Your body language invites connection rather than shutting it down. You don't feel the need to prove anything because you've already accepted who you are. It's in the quiet moments, when you're alone in your thoughts, when you allow yourself to just breathe and be, that your energy becomes pure. It's then that others pick up on it. It's in the smallest things, the way you smile gently, the way your eyes light up when you're passionate about something, the way your silence speaks volumes. People are always watching, always sensing your energy, and when it's grounded in authenticity, that's when the magic happens. But how do you cultivate this magnetic presence? It starts with self-acceptance. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and not just like what you see, but love what you see. Every scar, every imperfection, every little thing that makes you you, those are the things that make you magnetic. They are what set you apart from the crowd. The more you embrace these parts of yourself, the more powerful your presence becomes. When you're at peace with your flaws and your strengths alike, that's when your energy becomes unshakable. At the core of magnetic presence is vulnerability. The greatest presence comes from allowing yourself to be seen for who you truly are, without fear of judgment. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength. It's the ability to stand in your truth and show up as your authentic self. When you're not afraid to be vulnerable, people can't help but be drawn to you. They feel safe around you because you've created an atmosphere where being real is valued above all else. And it's in that safe space that connections form, where relationships bloom, and where others are magnetized by your unapologetic self. Ultimately, the art of magnetic presence isn't about doing anything at all. It's about being everything you already are. It's about stepping into your own light, being fully aware of your own worth, and letting the world see it without any reservations. So, if you're looking to impress that person, to capture their attention, or to stand out in a crowd, remember this. It's not in what you say or do, but in the quiet power of simply being your most authentic self. When you live with this kind of magnetic presence, it doesn't matter whether or not you talk. Your energy will do all the talking for you. And that, my friend, is the truest form of attraction. Number 3. The eyes, the window to connection. Our eyes have always been known as the windows to the soul, a powerful means of communication that transcends words. It's the way we gaze, the subtle shifts in our pupils, the sparkle that reveals emotions, the warmth we share with someone across the room, and most importantly, the unspoken bond we create when we lock eyes. When you're trying to impress your crush, the way you use your eyes can speak louder than any words you could say. There is something so deeply emotional about a silent connection that happens when two people share a look, especially when it's with someone you like. When you look into their eyes, there's this raw vulnerability that gets expressed without saying a single word. Your eyes can express the feelings you might be too shy to admit out loud. The flutter of your eyelashes, the way your gaze softens when they glance at you, all of that plays a silent role in forming an invisible thread of connection. And in that moment, it's as though the world fades away and you're no longer two strangers, but two souls in the same space, silently communicating. But this connection isn't just about staring at them or lingering too long. It's about the way you use your eyes to invite them into your world without overwhelming them. Subtlety is key. When you make eye contact, allow yourself to smile with your eyes. It's more than just a glance. It's a silent invitation. The way your eyes light up when they catch theirs can speak volumes. It shows you're interested without saying a word, but most importantly, it shows you're present, not just physically, but emotionally. It's a rare gift to make someone feel seen without saying anything at all. Sometimes we forget that the most intimate moments are those that don't require any grand gestures. A glance from across the room, a brief connection that leaves both of you hanging on to that fleeting moment. Those moments can mean everything. It's in the way you look at them when they're laughing, or when you catch their eyes during a quiet moment. There's a magnetic pull in those tiny instances, where the energy between you both is felt more profoundly than any words could capture. Your eyes are a reflection of your thoughts and feelings, and when they speak the truth, even the most subtle of glances can make someone feel like they're the only person in the world to you. To impress your crush without talking, your eyes become your language. And the beauty of this language is that it's universal. It doesn't matter where you come from or what language you speak, your eyes can cross those barriers. They convey what your words sometimes can't. They reveal honesty, sincerity, warmth, and even vulnerability, all emotions that we long to experience with others. But there's something even more profound here. When you look at someone with intention and care, it's as though you're allowing them a glimpse into your soul. And the best part? They will feel that. They'll notice that gentle yet confident gaze, and they'll be drawn to it without understanding why. In that shared moment of eye contact, you've created an unspoken intimacy that can be more powerful than any verbal conversation. It's the art of connecting with someone without speaking a single word. It's genuine, emotional, and ultimately unforgettable. Number 4, your energy speaks louder than words. Have you ever met someone who didn't say much, yet you couldn't help but be drawn to them? It's as if their very presence radiated something magnetic, something that words couldn't capture. That, my friend, is the power of energy. When you're trying to impress your crush without talking, it's not about what you say, it's about how you make them feel. Your energy communicates so much more than any carefully crafted line could. It's that quiet confidence, that unspoken assurance that you are enough, just as you are. Picture this. You're standing in the same room as your crush. Maybe you're not even directly interacting, but every gesture, every glance, every subtle shift of your body speaks volumes. Your energy is contagious. It can create an atmosphere that others feel and respond to. Have you ever walked into a room and felt an instant connection with someone without them saying a word? That's their energy at work. And guess what? You have the same power. The energy you project is a direct reflection of how you feel about yourself. If you walk around with self-doubt, insecurity, or anxiety, that's exactly what people will pick up on. But if you embrace your own worth, your uniqueness, and your authenticity, it will shine through, and others will be drawn to you in a way that words simply can't achieve. Think about the last time you were around someone who had an infectious energy. They didn't need to tell you how great they were or list their accomplishments. Their aura spoke for itself. Maybe they had an air of calm, or perhaps they exuded warmth and kindness. Whatever it was, you couldn't help but want to be around them. That same magnetic energy is available to you no matter where you're starting from. When you focus on cultivating a positive, open, and confident energy, it becomes impossible to ignore. It's not about pretending to be something you're not. In fact, the most powerful energy comes from embracing who you truly are. So, how do you impress your crush without saying a word? It starts with knowing your worth. When you walk into a room, hold your head up high. Let your presence speak volumes. Be kind, be genuine, and don't try to hide parts of yourself to fit into someone else's idea of perfection. People are drawn to authenticity. Your energy will tell them everything they need to know about you, and it will make them want to get closer. In a world where everyone is trying to talk their way into someone's heart, the real magic happens when you allow your energy to take center stage. It's also important to remember that your energy isn't just about how you project yourself, but how you listen and respond to others. The way you make someone feel in your presence, whether you're silently supportive or attentively listening, creates a deeper connection. And that's what truly impresses someone. When you make them feel heard, valued, and comfortable without saying a single word, you are creating a bond that speaks volumes. This is the essence of impressing your crush without talking. It's about being in tune with your surroundings, understanding the unspoken dynamics, and letting your energy become a bridge between you and the person you care about. Energy, after all, is the language that the heart speaks. It doesn't need to be translated. It doesn't need to be dissected. It just is. And when your energy aligns with who you truly are, when you let go of the fear of rejection or inadequacy, your crush will feel it. They won't just see you, they will feel you. And in that feeling, something beautiful and profound can begin. Number 5. Subtle yet powerful actions. Sometimes, the most powerful things we can do are the things we don't say, or even the things we don't try to force. When you're trying to impress your crush, it's not about grand gestures or loud declarations. It's about the quiet, unspoken ways you show you care and respect them. Subtle actions, those small, almost invisible movements, speak volumes. These actions carry weight that words often can't, and they have the power to leave a lasting impression. Imagine you're sitting next to your crush and they need something, maybe a simple thing, like a pencil or a piece of paper. Instead of waiting for them to ask, you quietly pass it to them, without a word, with a gentle smile. It's not about the item you're handing over, it's about the thought behind it. It's a gesture that says, "I see you, I'm paying attention, and I want to make your day easier," even in the smallest of ways. It's a subtle way to show you're not just present physically, but emotionally aware and considerate of their needs. Or maybe you notice your crush is having a rough day. You don't have to make a huge scene out of it, but you take a moment to offer a comforting gesture, a soft, understanding glance, a small note, a little gesture that lets them know you care. It's not about trying to fix things for them. It's about showing that you're there, without overstepping, without demanding anything in return. It's the kind of action that quietly says, "I've got your back," no questions asked. These are the moments that matter, because they don't just impress, they build trust. The beauty of these subtle actions is that they don't scream for attention, but when someone notices them, it creates a bond that's far stronger than any flashy show of affection. Your crush will begin to see the depth of your character, your kindness, and your ability to be emotionally attuned to their needs. You won't have to announce to the world that you care, because your actions will have already spoken for you. It's these quiet, genuine moments that will resonate far longer than any dramatic statement ever could. And here's the thing, subtle actions don't just affect your crush, they shape how they view you as a person. They start to see you as someone who is thoughtful, someone who doesn't need to be the loudest or the most noticeable to make an impact. You're the person who speaks through actions, not words. And trust me, that leaves a deeper, more lasting impression than anything else. In a world full of noise, it's often the quietest person in the room who has the most powerful presence. By showing up for your crush with small, meaningful actions, you allow them to feel safe, cared for, and understood, without ever needing to say much at all. And in that quiet, subtle power, you've already captured their attention in a way that no words could ever do. Number 6. Mystery, the ultimate attraction. Mystery is an often overlooked yet incredibly powerful tool when it comes to attraction. It's not about playing games or pretending to be someone you're not, but rather about being authentic while maintaining a sense of intrigue and depth. Imagine walking into a room and, without saying much, leaving everyone wondering about who you are. It's not about revealing every single detail about yourself right away. It's about allowing others to feel the need to discover more, piece by piece. It's about creating an emotional connection that feels natural and intriguing without overexposing yourself too soon. When you're mysterious, you carry an air of confidence. You're not desperate for attention or validation. You understand your worth and let your actions speak louder than words. The key to this mystery isn't in silence alone. It's in your energy, your presence, and the way you handle yourself in situations. Think about how some people are effortlessly magnetic, not because they say the most, but because they have this undeniable pull. They don't overshare their lives, yet their words, when spoken, feel meaningful, leaving a lingering effect on those around them. Mystery draws people in because it stirs curiosity. When we don't have all the answers about someone, our minds begin to fill in the blanks. The desire to understand someone fully, to know their story, their thoughts, their dreams, is an emotion that drives attraction. However, this doesn't mean you should play games or be intentionally vague. It's about embracing the unknown parts of yourself and allowing others to slowly uncover them as they get to know you better. It's the balance between openness and reservation. It's emotional because it taps into the natural human desire for discovery. Every person has layers, things they're passionate about, things they've experienced, and dreams they're still chasing. When you allow those parts of yourself to remain slightly veiled, you make others feel like they're on a journey to uncover your true essence. This journey, in itself, is what captivates them. Think about how you feel when you meet someone who doesn't immediately reveal all their cards. There's a sense of excitement, of possibility. It's not about being mysterious just for the sake of it. It's about being yourself, with depth, and allowing others the privilege of seeing the full picture unfold over time. In relationships, mystery keeps things exciting. If you reveal everything too soon, the spark can fizzle out. But when there's still so much to learn about each other, the connection deepens and attraction grows. The best part of mystery is that it isn't something you have to fake. It's already within you. It's your own complexity, your individuality. You don't have to fit into anyone's idea of what is attractive or desirable. The mystery lies in your authenticity and the way you carry it. The most attractive thing you can do is to be unapologetically yourself, but not feel the need to explain every thought, action, or decision. Leave some room for curiosity, for the questions that linger in the air after a conversation. In that space, attraction thrives. What makes this even more compelling is how it builds anticipation. Just like the most thrilling stories, mystery is about creating suspense that keeps people wanting more. It's the quiet moments, the pauses in between, that allow emotions to simmer and grow. It's in the delicate balance of being present and allowing space for wonder. The beauty of this mystery is that it doesn't just attract others. It allows you to enjoy the process of being discovered. It becomes an emotional journey, both for you and for the person who's drawn to you. And in this journey, the most powerful thing isn't just how you appear, but how you make the other person feel, intrigued, curious, and eager to know more. This emotional connection, this mystery, becomes the ultimate attraction that no one can resist. Number 7. When the time is right, make your move. There's a moment in every relationship when you can feel it, the right time to take the next step. It's not about rushing, but about waiting for that perfect moment when everything aligns. It's when you sense that spark, that quiet connection, and deep down, you just know it's time to show your feelings. Making your move isn't about perfection or grand gestures. It's about vulnerability. It's about stepping forward and saying, "This is how I feel," with courage, even if it scares you. Because sometimes the best connections are born from those small, brave moments when you trust yourself enough to let someone else in. When the time is right, you'll know. And if it doesn't work out, at least you'll have no regrets for not trying. But if it does, that moment will stay with you forever. Remember, you don't need words to make an impact. Your presence, your energy, and your silent confidence will do all the talking for you. But when the time comes, will you be ready to take that next step? Attraction without action is just a fantasy. The moment will come when your crush notices you, feels drawn to you, and wonders about you. That's when you take a deep breath and make the first move. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights on attraction and relationships.